The company astronomer says that Andy Byron has now stepped down. Everybody's talking about this story.
Today, there are serious questions whether they will be forced to leave their jobs.
It's interesting to think about the idea that if they had played it cool, then nobody would be talking.
Whoa, what just happened? Look at these two getting cozy. Either they're in a full-blown affair or way too comfortable for coworkers. This wasn't just a random moment. This was the Kiss Cam at a Coldplay concert in front of 65,000 fans, and the dude locking lips wasn't just anyone. It was Andy Byron, tech billionaire, CEO of Astronomer, caught red-handed making out with his head of HR. Not his wife, not even close. Bro didn't just cheat, he did it on jumbo screens with fireworks and confetti raining down. Imagine being his kids watching your dad's mess in ultra high definition while eating popcorn.
They had like the Kiss Cam kind of thing that goes around, that zero.
Parodies and memes are flooding.
All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, look at these two. All right, come on, you're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
This wasn't just infidelity, it was a full-on career implosion on tour. People in the crowd were like, oh wow, look at that couple, so sweet. Then reality hit. Wait, hold up, isn't that guy married with children? Boom, internet exploded. No one's asking if the Coldplay set list slapped. They're too busy trying to figure out if HR stands for hot romance now. Let's be real. Andy didn't just break his vows, he broke the golden rule of corporate scandals. Don't do it where 65,000 phones are recording you. He traded a $70 million empire for a few seconds of PDA and a forehead touch like this with some off-brand notebook scene. Except this rom-com's ending, straight tragedy. Elon cheated with rockets. Andy, he fumbled it all with HR, private jets, gala nights, the Insta-perfect family, gone in a puff of glitter and poor judgment. Astronomer just confirmed it. Andy Byron is out. Or more accurately, kissed right off that billionaire throne. What started as VIP perks spiraled into a full-on HR disaster, one that's got the internet on fire and his two kids caught in the crossfire. Yeah, the memes are hilarious, but behind every viral clip is a blown-up family group chat and one poor nanny scrambling to explain why daddy's going viral. And let's talk about her, Kristin Cabot, the head of human resources. Yep, the one person in the entire company whose actual job was to prevent exactly this kind of scandal. Instead, she starred in it. In under an hour, the whole internet lit up. Reddit, TikTok, X, even CNN jumped in. The captions, brutal. Coldplay did what the FBI couldn't. 800 VIP seats, $35 million divorce coming soon? Kristin's name is now a permanent feature in every HR training slide deck under what not to do ever. And Andy?
There's a part of people that they're looking at these two individuals and obviously not wanting the damning part for the family. Because I do say, you know, my heart goes out to the children and the partners of these people who are having to watch this all play out. But the bigger thing people aren't talking about is how a CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR.
He really thought he was living some cinematic love story. But what he filmed was the most expensive kiss in Silicon Valley history. His rep? Vaporized, marriage shattered, fortune hanging on by a thread, all that for a few stolen kisses and a night he'll never live down. All that for a kiss and a seat upgrade. Kristin straight up disappeared from LinkedIn like a sketchy line item on a company expense report, erased from the internet, ghosted like she was never there. But let's be clear, we didn't forget. Oh no, Kristin, we remember everything. Meanwhile, Megan Byron, Andy's wife, was reportedly at home watching the concert live stream with their kids. That kiss? That wasn't a slip-up. That was a full-blown betrayal in 4K resolution, wrapped in stadium lights and Coldplay lyrics. The kind of humiliation you can't unsee. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a public execution of dignity. Let's stop sugarcoating it. This wasn't some oops, got caught moment. This was ego, delusion, and straight up foolishness. Andy didn't just kiss the wrong person, he kissed away his entire life. A $70 million company, his clean-cut rep, his marriage, even possible custody of his kids. All sacrificed in 8 seconds on a kiss cam.
Loves to be mad at cheaters. Like, remember Scandival, the Vanderpump Rules saga? It was like the biggest story of 2023. The president of the United States at the time weighed in on it because people love to be mad when people are caught cheating. We just relate to it. It's just something that like brings society together.
And Kristin, head of HR, literally the one person paid to stop messes like this. You had one job, but instead of keeping things clean, now you're the star of every corporate fail slideshow from here to Wall Street. That viral kiss? Yeah, that's your new resume now. The internet acted faster than any HR department ever has. VIP Coldplay tickets charged to the company card, hotel on the corporate dime, Uber booked separately but paid together. Classic sneaky move. And then poof, Kristin's LinkedIn gone. 15,000 connections, 8 years of hard-earned promotions, wiped out like she rage quit her whole career. This wasn't just messy, it was executive privilege gone wild. 2 power players treating corporate ethics like it's a joke suggestion box in the break room. Andy Byron wasn't even trying to be slick. He basically turned his own scandal into a masterclass called How to Get Sued in 3 Steps. And step 1, make out with your HR director during a Coldplay concert while the cameras roll. And let's not forget, she's the one in charge of running the company's sexual harassment training. You couldn't script this disaster better if you tried. Astronomers scrambled to put out one of those sleek but totally vague statements. Andy Byron is on indefinite leave of absence. Yeah, no kidding. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, lawyers sweating, stocks tanking, clients bailing, employees gossiping like it's high school.
You went in public. It's not like you were inside your home having this affair and somebody was like outside from social media being like, what are they doing in here? Like, you were in publicly like kissing and hugging. You were at a public place where maybe you were going to be on camera. Like, that is just a risk. You might think that it's private because it's a dark concert, but often there are these cameras. There is social media everywhere. If you are somebody that is on X, on TikTok specifically, you should know, like, whether it's a good thing or not, everybody's filming all the time.
Then the real tea spilled. Kristin wasn't just cozying up to the CEO. She was out here handing out raises to his buddies, sneaking in fast-track promotions, and tossing out $2 million in mystery bonuses. It wasn't just a kiss, it was a full-on power grab. Astronomers' old slogan, people first. They yanked that off the homepage by breakfast. Even they couldn't fake the irony. And Meghan, she didn't cry, she didn't post. She moved in silence like a boss. Name change? Done. Andy scrubbed from every photo. Then boom, $35 million divorce filing with a legal team already loading receipts. What Andy and Kristin did wasn't just wrong, it was sloppy, public, and downright dumb. They didn't just cross the line, they danced on it, filmed it, and billed the company. And now, the internet's watching, screenshots ready, popcorn in hand, because once that video drops, it ain't just going viral, it's evidence. TikTok turned into the FBI with Wi-Fi and a vengeance. Andy Byron didn't just get caught, he got crowdsourced into digital extinction. First came the cold, hard receipts. Kristin caught flashing those VIP Coldplay tickets, $800 each, billed straight to Astronomer. LLC leaks showed hotel bookings, 2 nights, 1 king bed, company Amex logs, Uber pickups with both names, same destination.
So she brought her underling there to cover for them. The CEO's wife found out about it. She's already removed his last name from her LinkedIn and Facebook. Apparently, many people at the company knew that he was sleazy, previously worked for him. Moral of the story, don't go to a Coldplay concert.
Busted, Reddit detectives went full Sherlock mode, dropping a 47-page Google Doc in under 24 hours. TikTokers were reenacting the kiss with wigs, confetti, and Coldplay tracks playing in the background. Then came that Spotify playlist, Songs to Divorce Your Cheating CEO Husband, which racked up 2.3 million followers in just 2 days. This wasn't just a scandal, it was a crowdfunded corporate autopsy. The memes, straight savage. Coldplay did more for corporate justice than HR ever has. Imagine cheating this publicly and still swiping the company card like it's casual. Andy went from CEO to TMZ headline in under 12 hours. Even Coldplay's official account liked the meme titled Kiss Cam Karma. Kristin, gone. Insta-wiped, LinkedIn nuked, digital portfolio deleted like a bad memory. But here's the thing, the internet don't forget. It's like a Rottweiler with a search engine. You don't disappear, you leave digital crumbs. They pulled up metadata, forwarded emails, blurry screenshots, everything. Someone even dug up Kristin's old employee reviews. And guess what? She gave herself perfect scores every year. No peer feedback, no evaluations, just pure delusion and vibes. Then it got worse. A user found Andy's 2022 interview. We believe in transparency, integrity, and leading with values. That quote now lives under a viral TikTok of the kiss, with clown music playing in the background. This wasn't cancel culture, this was crowd justice. A full-blown digital rebellion from people sick of watching powerful execs act like the rules don't apply. Usually rich execs lie, hide behind PR, and walk away clean, but not this time. This time, the internet snatched the mic, dropped the receipts, and hit play on the downfall. The world watched in real time as Andy spiraled and Kristin scrubbed her name like bleach could erase scandal, but Megan Byron, she wasn't spiraling, she was strategizing. No crying videos, no passive-aggressive quotes, no shady tabloid deals, just pure, cold silence. Then, boom, checkmate. First move, reclaim her name. Megan Byron was out, Megan Carry-On was back, bold, sharp, no apologies. Next, she wiped Andy from her digital life like he was a glitch. Every photo, every tag, every trace, gone within 24 hours. Her Instagram didn't disappear. It just went dead silent, like a war zone after the smoke clears. People were stunned. She didn't react. She became the reaction. One comment said it all. She didn't cry. She erased him. Another, this is what real power looks like. And here's the twist. Megan already knew. Sources say she suspected the affair months ago. She hired a private investigator back in October. While Andy was out playing rock star at Coldplay, Megan was stacking emails, receipts, hotel logs, everything. This wasn't heartbreak, it was a legal ambush in the making. So when that viral video hit the internet, she didn't break, she executed, filed for divorce, $35 million on the table, and that's just the beginning. Her legal team is going beast mode. Corporate funds misuse, hostile work environment, breach of fiduciary duty, all on the docket. But the real genius, she let them go viral. While the internet dragged Andy and Kristin, Megan stayed silent and let the public crown her queen. She didn't need to tell her side. The internet told it for her. Comments rolled in like thunder. Queen behavior, the blueprint, how to destroy a man with grace. And while Andy mumbled behind his legal team, Megan walked away untouched, like a boss in heels. Kristin disappeared like she joined witness protection while Andy fumbled through half-baked apologies. But Megan walked into that courtroom like it was a runway, still water in hand, silence on her lips, and a look that said, checkmate. Her kids weren't just witnessing a divorce, they were watching their mom turn heartbreak into a power play. This wasn't revenge, it was a takeover. Megan didn't just survive the scandal, she flipped the script, renamed herself, reclaimed her peace, and walked out of Silicon Valley not as someone's ex, but as a legend, the most respected ex-wife in tech. By the time the internet could even catch its breath, Megan had already dropped the blueprint. This wasn't a messy split, it was a surgical extraction. She didn't just remove Andy from her life, she deleted him from his own empire. And the wildest part? She planned it months ago. Insiders say it all started back in October. While Andy was out here playing flirty at Coldplay, Megan was already in CEO mode. Step 1, hire a private investigator. Quiet, clean, lethal. They tracked everything. Credit cards, flights, expense reports, all with zero leaks. Meanwhile, Megan kept smiling, showing up at galas, holding Andy's hand on stage, letting him believe he was still in control. Then the Coldplay Kiss dropped, and that wasn't her downfall. That was her green light. Within 24 hours, Megan's legal army was locked in. Divorce lawyers, forensic accountants, crisis teams, corporate watchdogs. She wasn't chasing a payout, she came for the whole house. That $35 million figure? That's just the surface. Her team's digging into everything. Misuse of corporate funds, breach of fiduciary duty, hostile workplace claims, executive betrayal. The stakes? Sky high. We're talking lawsuits, the SEC on alert, and whispers of possible federal charges. And Kristin? Oh, she's not just hiding, she's being subpoenaed. Sources say Megan's lawyers are going after every G of those shady bigger pay bonuses. This isn't over, this is a legal siege, and Megan came ready for war. They've got the emails, the Slack threads, HR files, even Andy's browser history. What they're building now isn't just a case, it's a financial crime scene painted with betrayal. And Megan, completely unbothered. No tears, no chaos, just calm, cold silence. Because this time, she owns the system. Meanwhile, Andy's cracking like a MacBook after a bad HR login. Friends say he hasn't left the house in days, just pacing around, mumbling, "It was just one mistake." But here's the truth. Betrayal is never just one mistake, it's one selfish choice followed by months of secrets and cover-ups. Now he's not just losing his wife, he's losing everything. His marriage, gone. His empire, crumbling. His future, hanging by a thread. Megan didn't lash out, she launched a strategy. And now, the entire tech world is witnessing what it looks like when a woman burns an empire without even raising her voice. Cheating on your wife? Messy. But cheating on your company? That's where the real fire starts. While Andy was out spinning hotel alibis and Kristin was ducking in silence playing Where's Waldo HR Edition, Astronomer, the empire they built, was straight up bleeding out. Investors started ringing alarm bells. Emergency Zoom calls popped off like wildfire. One firm pulled $12 million overnight. Another froze partnerships indefinitely. Stock dropped 17%, then another 9%, then flatlined. Boom! But here's where it gets really filthy. The deeper the investigators dug, the nastier it got. Kristin wasn't just ignoring HR rules, she was rewriting them, gave raises to Andy's crew, fast-tracked sketchy promotions, even shut down internal complaints before they reached compliance. This isn't just an affair anymore. This is corporate rot dripping from the top down. And Megan, she let them rot themselves. Quietly, powerfully, publicly. Over $2 million in shady compensation, signed off without any oversight, and guess when most of it was approved? Yep, right after Andy and Kristin started hooking up. Not suspicious at all, right? And just when you thought it couldn't get more ridiculous, a leaked Slack message from Kristin herself. We're all adults, let's keep things professional. Now pinned on Reddit with 19,000 clown emojis and counting. Astronomer quietly pulled people first from their homepage and swapped in integrity, because even they couldn't pretend anymore. But by then, it was too late. Damage control, total failure. Employees started quitting. Whistleblowers stepped up. Glassdoor exploding with anonymous confessions. And clients publicly cutting ties, saying, "We don't do business with soap operas." And the worst part? Hundreds of hardworking employees were just trying to build cool stuff and support their families. But while they were grinding, Andy and Kristin were out living it up in five-star hotels on the company's dime. This wasn't just bad leadership, it was selfish, sloppy, and straight up disrespectful. Because leadership isn't about perks. It's about not blowing up your company on Kiss Cam in front of 65,000 people. Andy Byron didn't just wreck his marriage, he nuked Astronomer from the inside out. And if you thought that kiss was the peak of the drama, think again. This whole mess is going federal. Megan's legal team isn't playing, they filed within days, and they're coming hard. Not just emotional damages, they're alleging criminal misconduct. Andy allegedly funneled company funds to finance his affair. Flights, hotels, dinners, all charged to Astronomer. That's not just shady, that's fraud. And now, the SEC is locked in on him. If Andy's romance with Kristin influenced hiring, promotions, or salaries, that's no longer drama, that's corporate crime. And Kristin, she's not just a side piece in this mess. If she handed out raises to Andy's crew, accessed private files, or deleted records the night it all blew up, she's in this too. This scandal's not slowing down. It's about to hit the courtroom with fire. That's not just shady behavior anymore. That's potential obstruction of justice. We're not talking a slap on the wrist here. We're talking fines, lawsuits, even prison time. Megan's legal team isn't holding back. They've subpoenaed everything: emails, Slack messages, expense reports, browser history, you name it. They want the full timeline. How long this thing went on and how deep the lies really ran. Because this wasn't just a man cheating on his wife. This was a CEO betraying his company, his employees, his investors, everyone who ever believed in him. And the fallout? It's just getting started. Lawsuits are stacking up. Whistleblowers are stepping forward. IPO dreams? Dead on arrival. Andy Byron, the man who once went on stage bragging about transparency and values, is now on a federal watch list. And the SEC, they don't do warnings, they do consequences. And Megan, still silent. Not because she's hiding, but because the law is speaking for her now. While TikTok turned this scandal into a meme factory, something much deeper shattered. Andy himself, the same man who once strutted around boardrooms like a rock star, now won't even leave his mansion. Not eating, not sleeping, just pacing, whispering it was one mistake. But no, it wasn't. It was months of arrogance, of choices that snowballed into disaster. And now, even his kids are caught in the crossfire. Teenagers with phones, seeing the Kiss Cam clips, hearing the Coldplay meme remixes, classmates laughing. This wasn't just the collapse of a family, it was the loss of privacy, safety, and anything close to normal. Megan's doing what she can, therapy, private schools, media blackouts, but no mom can delete the internet, and no child can unsee their father becoming a viral punchline. Andy's not crying because he's sorry, he's crying because he got caught. His reputation? Gone. His daughter won't text back. His son blocked him. His youngest asked, "Are we still a real family?" No lawyer can fix that. His mansion, empty, friends gone, employees furious, even his mom unfollowed him on Facebook. This isn't cancel culture, this is consequence. And the truth? It hurts everyone caught in the blast zone. Andy Byron isn't a CEO anymore. He's a cautionary meme. The lights are out, the camera's off. And Kristin, the other half of this meltdown, the woman who once sat front row at Coldplay, fingers tangled in the CEO's hair, is gone, vanished. No statement, no apology. Neighbors say she packed up in the night, blinds drawn, car loaded, disappeared. Some say she's with family, others say she left the country. Most believe she lawyered up and ghosted, but the internet isn't done asking, why hasn't Kristin faced consequences? Did she delete records, bury complaints, approve shady promotions? Because if she did, that's not just messy, that's criminal. So where's her court date? Why the silence? Is she guilty or just another pawn in Andy's self-destruction? And then there's Megan, the one who didn't run, she didn't scream, she stood still and let everything else crumble. Some call it justice, others call it revenge. But what do you think? Did Andy Byron deserve to lose everything? Did Kristin deserve to vanish without a word? Is Megan the victim or the ultimate Silicon Valley mastermind? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like if you believe karma never misses. Subscribe because this isn't just drama, it's a series. And the sequel, oh, it's darker than you think. Because in this world, courtrooms don't hand out justice. TikTok, Reddit, and Twitter do. Now it's your turn.